Alright, this is part 2 of the list for night letters. I need to explain why the J sound at the end of the rest of these words are spelled with a G, and it's because of this. This is called the soft G, hard G rule. The G letter, when it's followed by an E, I, or Y, says J. Just like the C followed by an E, I, or Y says S. Okay, so the J followed by an E, R, Y, E, I, or Y says J. Like in gym, giant, gymnasium, giraffe, G-I-R. Okay, so it all depends on the letter that comes after the G to help us know whether it's a J sound or a G sound. So the first word we're going to do is large. Let's sound it out. L-R-J. The first sound is L. R. That's that R controlled vowel. R. J. Well, this is spelled with the G. And please put your bubble and then your hook going towards the front. Your bubble should sit on or pretty close to the writing line. Now the G needs to say the J, so we have the silent E. The E is not making the vowel say its long sound because that's our controlled vowel. The R is controlling the sound of the A and itself working together. R. The E is making the G say J. So we circle that so that you remember the E is working with the G to say J. The next word is page. Sound it out. P-A-J. P is the first sound. My lips are together. My line is first. It goes under the writing line, and the bubble sits on the writing line. A is the next sound. J. J is spelled with a G and the silent E. Now, the A needs to say its long sound, its name. So the E is making the A say its long sound A, and the E is making the G say J. So that silent E is doing two jobs in that word. The next word is change. I will change my pen. Change. Ch. A. N. J. Ch. What letter or letters represent the ch sound? It's a CH. It's called a digraph. Digraph are two letters that make one new sound. The CK up here, that's not a digraph because it's two letters making one sound, but we had to double it because of another phonics rule. This is a digraph. CH, SH, TH, WH, those are examples of a digraph. Ch. The next sound is A. N. My tongue is up, my lips are open. And J. Spelled with a G followed by an E. The E is making the G say its J sound. Now if you notice, this says A, change. It's the long sound. Now remember I told you the silent E does not have enough energy to jump over two consonants to get to a vowel to make it change, to make it a long sound. So this silent E is not making that say A. And there's no other reason that that is saying A other than its word origin. Its word origin comes from, when I looked it up in a couple of books, Latin and French influences. So the Latin and French word that originally started to mean change, over time the spelling changed and sometimes the sounds do not change for the word change. So that one is due to word origin. The next word is orange. I love to eat an orange. Orange. j. Or is R-controlled vowel, O-R. We say it's spelled with a A. N and j. G with an E, making it say j. Orange. This says This is a R-controlled vowel. That is considered a vowel. Orange. It's a two-syllable word. And because it's a two-syllable word, one is going to be accented, the others are going to be unaccented, or stressed and unstressed. This is an unstressed vowel, so it can change to the schwa. Orange. The next word is judge. Sound it out. J. J. The first sound is j. At the beginning of the word, most of the time it's going to be a J. J. Well, especially, let me back up. Remember when I said, let me put it up here, G followed by an E, I, or Y says J. J, is the next sound. It is not an E, I, or Y. So the G is not going to say J, so the J needs to say J. Because the first sound is J, so we had to figure out how it was going to be spelled. The next sound is so it has to be spelled with a J. J, J. Now, we have to know the syllable type, because J in this word is following R-controlled. J in this one is following a long A, so the G followed by an E had to be used. This is a long A, two vowels, so the E is not working to make that long, but it's also a long vowel. This one, the E has to work to make the J say J, because that's a two-syllable word, R-controlled, and an unaccented vowel. Now, we have a new spelling. When J is at the end of a word or a syllable, just after an accented or stressed short vowel. This has which is short. These others were not short vowels. When the J is just after an accented short vowel, it will be spelled D-G-E. So when you see a short vowel right in front of the J sound at the end of a word or syllable, the J will be spelled with a D-G-E. That's the same rule that you use for when you spell catch. K, ch, ch. At the end of a word or syllable just after an accented short vowel is going to be spelled T-C-H. So the same rule for the T-C-H is the same thing you'll use for the D-G-E. You have to know the vowel sound, and it's at the end of the word or syllable. The next word is edge. I was at the edge of the cliff. Edge. The first sound is e. It's a short vowel. J. At the end of a word or syllable, following a single short vowel, J will be spelled with a D-G-E. The next word is ridge. I walked on the ridge of the roof. R-I-J. R-I. I hear that it's short. I. J. J at the end of a word or syllable after an accented short vowel spelled with a D-G-E. And the last word is badge. The policeman wore a badge. B-A-J. The first sound is B. My lips are closed. The line is first. A, J, D, G, E, badge. So see why knowing syllable types is important, because it helps us determine why the other sounds are spelled the way that they are. DGE at the end of a word or syllable after an accented short vowel. GE when it is following a long vowel or unaccented. The E needs to help the G say the J sound. We learned about the schwa in an unaccented syllable. It says the sound, and it can be represented by any vowel. The K at the end of a single short vowel, after a single short vowel is spelled with a CK. If it's following a long vowel or R control, it will be spelled with a K. Alright, I hope you do really well on your test. If you have to review all of these rules, play the list again and the video, and I'll be happy to explain it again. See you next time.